Hello everyone, welcome back to your own channel. Today we shall introduce primary and secondary lymphoid organs. The sites where lymphocytes are produced and mature are termed primary lymphoid organs, that is bone marrow and thymus. The secondary lymphoid organs include spleen, lymph nodes, Peyer's patches and MALT. These collections of lymphoid tissues provide constant surveillance for pathogens. It is in these organs where the cells of our immune system meet the invading antigens and then carry out their actual job of fighting and clearing them off. Starting with bone marrow. It is a sponge-like tissue found inside the lumen of bigger bones of our body. Hematopoiesis or production of all blood cells happens here. These cells then move to other organs and tissues through the blood. In the young stage, many bones contain red bone marrow, which actively creates immune cells. In the due course of our life, more and more red bone marrow turns into fatty tissue. By the middle age, only very few of our bones still contain red bone marrow, including the ribs, sternum, femur, and the pelvis. Another primary lymphoid organ is thymus. It's located behind the breastbone above the heart. This gland-like organ reaches full maturity in children, and aging is accompanied by a decline in thymic function. Special immunity imparting cells called T cells mature in the thymus. Counted among the main players of adaptive immunity, these cells keep moving through the body and carry out surveillance for any incoming antigens. Now, moving on to the secondary lymphoid organs. Lymph nodes are numerous tiny beads found along the lymphatic vessels and act as filters. Various immune cells trap germs in the lymph nodes and activate antibody production in the blood. Swollen or painful lymph nodes signify infection in the body, which these continuously keep on tackling. Next organ is spleen. A single spleen is present in the human body, located in the left upper abdomen beneath the diaphragm, and is responsible for a number of jobs. Its white pulp stores infinite B and T cells, particularly in periarteriolar lymphatic sheath or PALS. When needed, they move through the blood to other organs. Scavenger cells or phagocytes in the spleen act as a filter for germs that get into the bloodstream. Its red pulp breaks down RBCs, and spleen also stores and breaks down platelets, which are responsible for blood clotting and many more functions. There's always a lot of blood flowing through the spleen tissue, which is very soft in texture. In the event of severe injury, for example in an accident, the spleen may rupture easily. Surgery is then usually necessary to avoid bleeding to death. In case of splenectomy, other organs of our immune system do compensate and carry out the functions it was handling. Moving on to tonsils. Located at the throat and palate, tonsils can stop germs from entering our body through our mouth or nose. They contain a lot of WBCs, which impart immunity. There are different types of tonsils: palatine tonsils, adenoids, and the lingual tonsils. Together, these are termed Waldeur's ring since they appear like a ring covering the throat, nose, and mouth. Since this zone can serve as a gateway for pathogens to enter the body, mucus and lymphoid tissue is invariably present here. Next, the small intestine plays a huge role in immunity as it contains an enormous number of cells producing antibodies, especially in its last part and the appendix. These cells detect foreign substances, mark them, and destroy the same. They also save information about these in order to be able to react more quickly the next time. The large intestine also contains harmless bacteria called the gut flora, and healthy gut flora competes with and inhibits the invading germs from sustaining and multiplying within the host body. Peyer's patches are condensed groupings of lymphoid follicles of various sizes and shapes in the small intestine lining. They play an important role in immune surveillance in the digestive system. These contain a variety of immune cells, including macrophages, dendritic cells, T cells, and B cells. There are also specialized cells called M cells in the ileum lining, which let in the invading antigens from the digested food mixture into the macrophages and dendritic cells of the Peyer's patches. These in turn present the antigens to T lymphocytes. Everything you eat eventually makes its way to your small intestine. Your mouth doesn't recognize food as foreign substances or harmful ones due to something called oral immune tolerance. However, your Peyer's patches are frequently sampling all the material within your small intestine, so it is they who decide which foreign substances require an immune response and then mount the same then and there. Some other vulnerable parts of our body, such as respiratory and urinogenital tracts, also possess mucous membranes loaded with MALT, that is, mucus-associated lymphoid tissue. Lots of B and T cells are present here, imparting immunocompetence. So, that was the introduction to primary and secondary lymphoid organs. We hope you found this interesting and useful. Our endeavor is to make tough topics easy and understandable. See you very soon with yet another interesting topic of immunology. Till then, take care.